Hello, Scorpio. This is your monthly April 2018 reading for the sign of Scorpio. I'm Lisa with Over the Moon Readings. This is a general reading, so just take with what resonates with you and let go of the rest. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled these. I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit more for you. And I ask that the Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, and Ascended Masters help give us some clarity for our Scorpio water sign people for this month. Scorpio, you guys are ruled by the planet Pluto and Mars, actually. Mars being the god of war. And a lot of times you guys are a little combative, but you're very passionate. You guys are definitely lovers, but also, too, you like things your way. So just to kind of refresh what's going on, last month in March, we had a double full moon. So the last day of March on the 30th, we had a full moon in Libra, and then Mercury went into retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde until the 15th of April. Also, too, Venus. Jupiter is in retrograde also, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So it's in retrograde this month until the 15th with a shadow phase for about a week after. And so with Jupiter, being that it's a planet of expansion and broadening, right now people are feeling lack, doubt, maybe a little bit of self-esteem issues and things like that. You guys are really good at keeping your self-esteem up, but also too, you're really good at stinging yourself. At any rate, sorry about that. Okay, so the first card that we get for Scorpio is the Two of Cups. And I really like this card. This says falling in love, making serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and resolution to a problem. Don't give up. A relationship can be healed. So if you've been in a quarrel, maybe, and it could be even with a family member, it doesn't necessarily just mean a lover. It looks like that, things might go well within that situation, which is wonderful. The next card you get is the Hermit. And the Hermit card's kind of a strange card. These are Doreen Virtue, by the way, fairy cards. It says, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. Commitment to your spiritual growth. So this means that maybe whatever's going on with you right now, and for the month of April, that maybe you just kind of need to, take a break from the social life. Take a break from maybe working so hard. Excuse me. Maybe if you're doing a lot of overtime, maybe it's time for you to slow down a little bit. So think about that. Maybe it's time to get some rest. The next card you get is the Emperor. It says use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized. A firm but compassionate leader. That's who you guys are. This is Aries energy, but this is you guys. You guys are very logical. You guys are very hard workers. If you have to study, you study really hard. When you work out, you train really hard. You guys are really smart people too. Also, everything. If you look at this card really good, you'll see that he has the world in his hand and he has a heart. So everything is about fulfillment with Scorpio people, because you're a water sign. You're very emotional, but you're also too very spiritual. The next card is the Eight of Summer, and so this is the Eight of Cups, and so this is kind of about walking away from associations or people and things that no longer serve you. It says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major changes in your life. So, this could be about a relationship that maybe you're putting on hold for a little bit, or this could be somebody put you on hold for a little bit. Maybe someone's ghosting you or kind of putting you on ice for a little bit, for themselves to get some clarity, which is very possible. The next card is the Ace of Winter, which is the Ace of Swords, and it says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. amazing new ideas that should be implemental. So with the Ace of Swords, this is about, the Ace of Swords is victory, it's success, it's triumph. So even though things may be not quite what they seem, and with Mercury in retrograde, I keep saying this, but again, things maybe not have turned out how we'd like. Maybe we didn't get in the fraternity we wanted to get into, or sorority, or maybe we didn't get into the firm we wanted to be in, or maybe we're going to move departments, or like I say, there may be a relationship or a friendship or something that maybe is not going the way that you want it to right now. But, after the 15th and after the shadow phase of Mercury in retrograde, things may go to normal, or you might have a different perspective of things. With this Emperor energy, it's saying, use your logic, think about it. This is a time for contemplation. The next card you get, and I love this for you, is Strength. It says the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. And you Scorpios ought to obviously really love that, because you know how special you are. Scorpios are always, to me, they feel really special. They're a special kind of people. Um, you know, they're very intelligent and they're very in tune, because you're a water sign. You're very intuitive too. So with strength, this means that whatever is going on at the first part of this month, this energy, you're going to be able to take care of it. You'll be able to handle it. And with this Emperor energy, you're a leader. You're always in a leadership position. So, you'll be able to handle your business and you'll be able to take care of it. You have more strength than you know. The next card you get is the Four of Autumn, and that's the Four of Pentacles. And it says, manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save your money, help those who are less fortunate. Not saying that Scorpios are selfish, would never say that, but this is talking about. To me, this feels more like with the Four of Autumn, that to me it feels like maybe you're hanging on to something a little bit tighter than you should, and maybe something that you might need to let up on or let go of. Also, too, this could be that maybe as far as sharing goes, maybe there's a relationship that's not equal. Um, that's very possible. Let's see what else we got here. You have the Queen of Summer. So the Queen of Summer is the Queen of Cups, and that is usually a female, and it can be a male also, offering love. And it says, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. So this may kind of feel like maybe there's a relationship that you're in that you're kind of stuck in and you'd like to move on, but maybe you feel sorry for them, or it's a one-sided relationship and you don't want to hurt their feelings. Unrequited love is really difficult, because if someone likes you more than you like them, a lot of times we hang on to them just for ego's sake, and we're hurting the other person, which can in turn hurt us also. Okay, but then you get the Prince of Summer, which is the Prince of Cups, which is also an offer of love. And it says romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So this could be the maybe possibly you're at the end of an old relationship, and later on in this month you might meet somebody new, because this is the end of the month. This is the future. And so with the Ace of Winter, that means definitely that you could be cutting something off in the hopes of finding something new and more fulfilling emotionally. It just feels like that you're kind of like at a stalemate, that you're kind of at a impasse right now, and that you're kind of waiting for something new to come along, and it looks like that it's coming. 10 is Summer, an emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. The 10 of Cups, which is the 10 of Summer, is about emotional fulfillment. It's about that family. It's about that happy home. It's about children. So if this is what you want in the future, it looks like there may be things that you need to let go of in order to get these things for you. It says, plan your next steps with an eye on the long term. Have patience. There are good things to come. Satisfaction in a job well done. And the Three of Spring is the Three of Wands. So this is new beginnings. This is, putting new energy into the universe. It's growth. look how beautiful that card is and all of the flowers blooming and everything. That's what's going on right now, with spring. So this is kind of like coming out of the winter, at the end of March and the beginning of April here. The energy is kind of like hanging on, kind of getting into yourself, maybe getting more into your spirituality and taking control of your life and um, letting go of the things from the past that don't longer serve you and moving on. It might be challenging at first, but then you've got this beautiful new energy coming, this new love energy. I'm liking this for you. Then you get this card, Unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see how things work. Spiritually minded community. This also could be because of this card. Unity is like justice. So it's your turn. It feels like that it's your turn this month, Scorpio, to have a good relationship, to be in a relationship that's emotionally fulfilling. It feels like, possibly also too, this might have just something to do with the lover that you have now, that possibly they may be different than you. They could be ethnically, religious, or otherwise. They could be totally different for you, or a different kind of relationship that you've ever had, and it may be more of a spiritual relationship. It might be kind of scary, and so maybe this is you putting all that aside and just going for what the relationship really means. If it's emotionally satisfying to you, maybe you have to look at yourself and ask the questions: why is this scary for me? Maybe it opens up your mind and broadens your horizons. I love that for you guys. Then you have the Magician. The Magician is about, it's saying you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest anything you need to have success. And that's what the Magician is about. The Magician is about you have everything you need inside of you to manifest your dreams. And it's also kind of like new energy, new beginnings. It's this month is about manifesting. I really feel like all the other signs have had really good readings too about manifesting this month the things that you want. So if you're putting out there in the universe that you want a positive new relationship, you have to put it in there. Intention is very important. Today I intend that I'm emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically well. Today I intend that I have everything I need to meet my needs and then some. So it just feels like this energy is really good for you guys this month. I'm going to just get a couple cards just to have a little bit of clarity. These are called the Pages of Shusta, and they are by Anne Manser. And these are from probably about the 1970s or so. So they're probably older than I am. Not that I'm trying to give my age away or anything, but anywho. Okay, so let's see what these cards have to say for my beautiful Scorpio people. I love you guys. Even though you sing your own self sometimes, you guys are really hard on yourselves and hard on other people too. But I feel like this month you're going to have a little bit of loosening up. And I do believe love is in the air for you, which I love. Okay. All right. Almost every sign has gotten this card. This is the wish fish, wish fulfillment, and they're in water, so that's about emotional fulfillment. This is also people, places. This is about people coming together. This could be a collaboration of a new idea, a new business. Like I say, it really feels like maybe it may even be like a new team that you're on. Maybe, like I say, maybe a new sorority or fraternity, or maybe a new law firm, or just maybe a new business or a new department. But this looks like there's a lot of people around you that are trying to conspire with you and helping you. This is also parties, celebration, having fun. This is, life is good with this card. I like this for you guys. And this card has been also too very much, apparent today. And if you can't see that, sorry. Okay, here we go. There's little butterflies in there. And so this is about transformations. Butterflies are about transformations. They're about movement. They're about, they're flittering from flower to flower and pollinating. So it's about growth. It's about fertility. Digging that card for you too. The next card you get is, this card is about healing, but also too, if you look on this side, there's two little mice. And one mouse is, he's kind of out here in the desert area with the cactuses, and the other mouse is fat and she's pregnant. And she's kind of trying to go off into the willows and try to be by the water to kind of refresh herself. So this kind of may mean that there's a choice, but also too, with the pregnant mouse, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a birth or pregnancy, but it could mean a rebirth or a new birth. As far as fertility, also too, maybe be careful with fertility. I will say that they are kind of giving me a little caution about that too. But also too, I think that it means that it's new growth. Fertility is, fertile soil, fertile grounds, new beginnings, new ideas. So if there's some new beginnings in there and some new ideas, go with it, run with it. The card of self. This is self transformation. This is finding yourself, recreating yourself. This is about growth. This is about shooting for the stars. This is about the unknown. This is about going for your goals and just going for it. You may not know what's out there, especially with this magician. This is kind of like there's a little bit of you're going to have to use your intuition. There's some things maybe hidden, and so this just means that you're going to go with the flow, that you're putting positive energy into the universe out there and you're going for it. Beautiful. This is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. This looks like finances, money, career, everything's kind of going your way. This is God energy too. And it's not just about necessarily financial abundance. This is about emotional abundance too. It's abundance in every form. God energy. I like this stuff for you. I like these cards for you guys. I have one more for you. This is the noisy bird. And sometimes the noisy bird gets heard. And you guys are definitely about, very open about if you've been wronged or if something's not right. You want it fixed. And by God, you're going to get it fixed. But also, too, this may be about minding your mouth, too. This could be about not gossiping or not about tooting your own horn and things like that. But also, too, it's about growth and it's about, healing, too. So this card has a couple of different meanings to it. But for the most, I believe that this card means for you being the noisy bird, meaning that sometimes the squeaky wheel gets oiled first. And so you guys are all about making sure you're taken care of. I feel like I need to get one more and see what's on the bottom here. Aye. Caution. Caution. Okay, and here's what the caution's about, strangely enough. Okay, so the caution is this is a whip, and this is about not beating yourself up. This is about taking care of yourself. There's a bed. That means it's time for sleep. It's time for rest. It's time to not work yourself so hard. This is meaning that you've got to take care of yourself. Self-care is super, super important. Eating healthy, getting your exercise, doing the things that make you feel good about yourself. This card is about a possible separation. And this means that possibly watching your words and not hurting someone's feelings can make you separated for somebody. So even if you are in a relationship where there could be a breakup, really mind your words and try not to hurt people. A lot of times we say things out of anger and it just comes back to us and hurts us. This has a little bit to do with the noisy bird. Make sure that you're not being too arrogant and cocky here in this situation. This job needs a little bit more delicacy here because Mercury's in retrograde. We tend to, and you guys are ruled by the planet of Mars, which is the god of war. So, be very mindful with your words this month because it can trip you up. I'm just saying that. I love you, Scorpios, but just do be mindful of your words, okay? With that being said, the last card that you have is she's the angel of fall. She's the angel of fall. And this is God energy, and this is saying that there's a new wind of change coming. This is growth, and this is beginnings and beautifulness. Like I say, I feel like if you take care of yourself, you can obviously take care of yourself. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You got a lot of beauty coming in, a lot of new beginnings, and definitely new love relationship coming in. But be nice to yourself and be nice to other people. Mind what you say because a lot of times, we may be angry and say things out of anger. And a lot of times with Scorpios, You guys are always really emotional and supercharged. So a lot of times you say things that you don't really mean and you can't take them back. So don't put your foot in your mouth. We all do that. But just be very mindful this month to be mindful of your words. You know, take a minute and pause before you say anything. This has to do with texting, with calls, with anything you posting. Be mindful of what you're putting out there into the universe because it comes back to you. So don't sting yourself. All right, my beautiful Scorpios.